Memorial Day is coming up, and I think this is an often misunderstood holiday. It's one that we celebrate. We don't always know why.
White sales?
Yes, barbecues. Yeah, that's the reason. So I have nothing else to say. We can move on.
Beer?
That's it. That's the whole thing.
3-day weekend. Yeah.
And I think a lot of even the other things that we talk about, the freedoms that we enjoy as a country, the trend towards socialism, the abortion debate, all of these things, in a sense, come back to what it is exactly that we celebrate on Memorial Day. We celebrate the fact that young men and women are willing to go somewhere they've probably never been to fight a war they may not understand in defense of the freedoms that we enjoy as Americans. And, over the years, coming from a military background, we work in a military organization. This is not Veterans Day. This isn't when we thank those who have served, although that's fine. I'm not
Does it make you feel uncomfortable?
It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable because people that thank us for service on Memorial Day don't understand.
Right.
And I'm not going to be upset at someone who says thank you for your service when they're simply
slap
trying
them
to.
when they say that.
And a lot of people do get upset.
No, he punches them. He goes straight to the punch, Pat.
What's crazy is in the veteran community there is some of that where people get really incensed about why would you, because my brothers died, and I try to educate certainly, and that's what this conversation would be about. But it's not about that. And I'm thankful for people that say thank you, but really it's about remembering that what makes America great is that there are people in our country willing to stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves, willing to defend freedom abroad. What's the abortion debate about? Why does it matter in America? Because Americans have always stood up for those who can't stand up for themselves, stood up for those who can't defend themselves, and given a voice to others who don't have a voice on their own. So Memorial Day is a day I think that should be somber in the sense of remembering. It should be something that brings gratefulness and thankfulness to our hearts. And then something that we should have barbecues and get-togethers and enjoy ourselves, because that is exactly what those people, those young men and women, died to preserve, is the freedom to do those things. And that's the way we need to live on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So.
Chad, do you think that it's been too commercialized, Memorial Day?
I mean, I definitely think that there's most of America, and I see these man in the street interviews, and they ask what Memorial Day is, and people can't even answer the question.
Yeah, well, because as you said, they think Veterans Day and Memorial Day is the same thing, I think.
And they don't even know if it's. Some people don't even know if it's related to the military.
Really?
And, I mean, it's.
Well, that's terrifying.
So for that, I think that's makes me sad and bothers me. However, I do think that people should celebrate. I don't think some people should feel bad about celebrating. I think it's a moment, like Jeremy said, where you kind of take a pause out from life and you reflect on those who have given us the lives and the abilities to be able to have a weekend and a barbecue and celebrate and enjoy family and an extra day off for the weekend. I think that's great, and I think people should.